Hey, howdy, hola. Hey, reading the Bible with Loke. Appreciate you on this journey with me, joining. No reason we can't ride together. Second Chronicles 7. Mm, 13. Let's start right there. If I shut up the heavens so that no rain falls, or if I command locusts to devour the land, or if I send pestilence and plague among my people, and my people who are called by my name humble themselves and pray and seek, crave, require as a necessity my face and turn from their wicked ways, and I will hear them from heaven. Forgive their sin and heal their land. Lord, heal my land. You hear me? Now my eyes will be open and my ears attentive to prayer offered in this place. For now I have chosen and sanctified and set apart for my purpose this house, that my name may be here forever, and my eyes and my heart will be here perpetually. As for you, Solomon, if you will walk before me as your father David walked, and do everything that I have commanded you, and observe my statutes and my ordinance. All right, I'm gonna just that sound like a lot. I know. Dang, Logue, for real. I'm just saying, David did a lot. That's all I'm saying. And then we got some statutes, some ordinance. All right. Then I will establish your royal throne, just as I covenanted it with your father David, saying, you will not fail to have a man as a ruler in Israel. But if you turn away, abandon my statutes and my commandments, which I have set before you, and you go and serve other gods and worship them, then I will uproot Israel from my land, which I have given them, and I will cast this house. Okay, hey, what's them? Hey, what's them statutes and ordinances again? Let me get some of that. Let me make sure I write them down right. We ain't trying to go the other way. We not. All right. All right, out of my name, out of my sight, and I will make it a proverb and an object of scorn among all nations. Okay? And as far and as for this house, which was so exalted, everyone who passes by it will be astonished and appalled and say, why has the Lord done thus to this land, to this house? Because y'all was acting fool. Then people will say it is because they abandoned the Lord, the God of their fathers, who brought them out of their land and of Egypt. And they adopted other gods and worshiped them and served them. Therefore, he has brought all this adversity and evil. What are them ordinances and statutes you say? Let me get a pen and paper. Now it came about at the end of the 20 years. You thinking about that pen and paper? Look, man, you've seen what it's like. You felt it a little bit. Huh? Okay. Now it came about at the end of the 20 years in which Solomon had built the house of the Lord and his own house. Then he built and fortified the cities which Hiram had given to him, and settled the Israelites there. Then Solomon went into. I'm always. The blessed people seem to be the busy people. You know what I'm saying? Like, they keep working. Like, it might not be in that same capacity. They might switch up, but it seems like they just always keep working. Seems like I don't hear a whole lot of days off, or went to Cabo, went here to rest, took the wife out of, you know what I'm saying? I'm just not seeing a whole lot of that. It just seems like, and I'm not saying that it didn't happen. It just seemed like Okay, so I'll say this. I think that staying busy is good, even if it switch capacities or you're as you're evolving as you want to learn more and do more. I think it's that's just more places for God to bless you. You know what I'm saying? More, He's got more streams to place His water in, or for heaven to rain down on. However you want to chop that up. All right, here we go. Then Solomon went to Hamath and captured it. I would have sent somebody. I'm just, you see where I'm coming from? Just from my perspective, like I'm chilling. I got the statutes written down. I got the ordinances written down. I'm chilling. But I ain't got to fight no more. I ain't got to build nobody. Hey, look, y'all go fight. Y'all go build some stuff. I'm chill. All right, y'all see where I'm coming from? All right, I'm going to move on. He built Tadmor in the wilderness and all his storage cities in Hamath. He also built Beth Horon and Lower Beth Horon, fortified cities with walls, gates, and bars, and Baalath, and all the storage cities that Solomon had, and all the cities for his chariots, and the cities for his horsemen, and all that Solomon desired to build in Jerusalem, in Lebanon, and all in the land under his rule. All the people who were left were the Hittites, the Amorites, the Perizzites, the Hivites, the Jebusites, and the Jebusites who were not of Israel, but were descendants of those who were left in the land whom the Israelites had not destroyed. Solomon brought them up as forced laborers to this day. All right, so they were slaves. They weren't from the land. Whoa. Right when I thought that. But Solomon did not make slaves of the Israelites. They were men of war. His chief captains and commanders of his chariots and his horsemen. Smart. Okay. These were the chief officers of King Solomon, 250 who ruled over the people. Then Solomon brought the daughter of Pharaoh up from the city of David into the house he had built for her. He said, "My wife shall not live in the house of David, king of Israel, because the places where the ark of the Lord has entered are holy." That's a pickup line. Then Solomon offered burnt offerings to the Lord on the altar of the Lord, which he had built in the front porch. A certain number every day, offering them up as Moses commanded for the Sabbaths, the new moons, and the 3 annual feasts, the Feast of Unleavened Bread, the Feast of Weeks, and the Feast of Booths. Now, in accordance with the ordinance of his father David, he appointed the divisions of the priests for their service, and the Levites for the duties of praise and ministering and serving before the priests as every day required, and the gatekeepers by their divisions at every gate. For the man of God has so commanded. Okay. And they did not deviate from the commandment of the king, of the priests, and Levites in any respect or in regard to the storehouses or treasures. Thus all the work Solomon was carried out from day to day, from the day to the foundation of the house of the Lord was laid until it was finished. So the house of the Lord was completed. Then Solomon went to Ezion Geber and to Elath, the shore of the Red Sea in the land of Edom. And Huram sent him by his servants' ships and servants familiar with the sea. And they went with Solomon's servants to Ophir, and they took from there 450 talents of gold and brought them to King Solomon. when the Queen of Sheba heard of the fame of Solomon, she came to Jerusalem to test Solomon with riddles. Mm-hmm. Solomon staying busy. Somebody else is busy, won't? She was accompanied by a large number of attendants with camels bearing spices, balsam oil, and a large amount of gold and precious stones. And when she came to Solomon, she talked with him all about that what was on her mind. Who can relate to that? Solomon answered all of her questions. Nothing was hidden from him, which he did not make clear to her. Okay, wait a minute. Solomon answered all of her questions. Nothing was hidden from him, which he did not make clear to her. So when the Queen of Sheba saw the depth of Solomon's wisdom and the house which he had built, he done built quite a few, and the food of his table, the vast seating order of his officials, the attendance and service of his ministers and their attire. So far, it's kind of like the 30-minute video, like how everybody's dressed up. that's what's painted in my mind right now. All right, we're a little bit over. All right, I'm going to finish here. The attendants in the service of his ministers in their attire, his cupbearers in their attire, and his stairway by which he went up to the house of the Lord, she was breathless. She said to the king, the report which I heard in my own land regarding your accomplishments, words, and your wisdom was true. But I did not believe the reports until I came and saw it with my own eyes. And then if you skip down a little bit, blessed and fortunate are your people. How blessed and fortunate are these servants of yours who stand before you continually and hear your wisdom. Blessed and fortunate are my people. I need to get some tables set up, huh? I need some order around here. All right. Reading the Bible low. Thanks for tuning in. See you next time.